How you guys doing?
Energy is.
So today I'm going to talk about humor a little bit. Do you guys like humor? Okay, who's pro humor here? We have a few people. Good, good. So this is me. This is my official campaign photo in 2012. And this was a really good time for me. Basically, I was the CTO for the Barack Obama campaign, and we did a lot of hard work. You heard kind of what Dylan talked about it. It was really fun. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it later today, but today I want to talk about humor. One of the things about the Barack Obama campaign is this is the first time in my entire life where I felt stress. I was a pretty stress-free guy. I was at Threadless. We made T-shirts. The worst thing you could do is fuck up someone's birthday. But you know, for here, you know, if we lose this election, this would be it's not a birthday we're messing up. It's something a little bigger. I call it America. Sorry, guys. But the thing about this is I couldn't have done it with all this without great support. And here's some examples. So this is Jim Messina. He was my boss. That was the first thing he told me. This is the kind of support I got. This is a good friend of mine, Chris DeBona. He's at Google, and he was like, you know, Harper, you're probably going to be fired. That was the first day I got the job. And I was like, thanks, Chris. So this is the kind of support I had. And so this was really stressful. I didn't really know how to do this. I didn't really know what I was doing. But we had all these great cheat codes. And Dylan talked a little bit about it. We had this great team. It was full of weirdos. It was really fun. And we worked really, really hard. This is actually probably the only time anyone has seen a picture from our famous Reddit AMA with the president. But luckily, we won. And so I want to kind of tell you a little bit how humor did this and our rules for humor. And so the thing about humor is it acted like this equalizer. It reminded us that we were human. It gave us this opportunity to say, even though it's super hard and really frustrating, we're all people. We're all working together, and it's really great. So how did I do this? Well, here's my four-step plan to have fun in a stressful environment. TM. Are you guys ready? Number 5. So this was completely unintentional. I just put number 5 in there, and then later I was reading it, and I was like, that's hilarious. I'm just not very good at reading the previous slides, I guess. But number 5, you have to be really, really good. So we hired very good people, some of the best people I could imagine working with. And that meant that since they're the best team, we didn't have to worry about having fun getting in the way, because sometimes fun does get in the way. When you're hitting the chest with like a T-shirt gun, you're not able to do your job, which happened at Threadless all the time. It was terrible. But now, number 4, we had a lot of weird proclivities. Everyone we hired had these kind of side hobbies, I guess you could call them, where they were everything, but they brought them to work. And you see this all the time when you go into a startup and there's like the one engineer and she's building a robot at her desk that has nothing to do with like the fashion tech startup she's in. And it's like all these opportunities, or this you know, like people, like I have a payphone on my desk, and I always have. Right? Obviously. But the thing is all the people we hired had these really strange hobbies that they brought to work. And so one of the examples is this guy, Abi, who was a flute player, a professional flute player. And we were like, Abi, why don't you play some flute for us? And he played Ja Rule. So you can't take yourself too seriously. This is really important. This is a really serious meeting we had. This is my boss, Michael Slaby. He has a narwhal tusk in his hand. Number 2, inclusion. All the things we did all these fun things. We found that for some reason, cakes are the most inclusive way to invite people into your fun. I don't know what it was. This is a famous cake that was brought in. It was really good. Number 1, though, and this is the most important one, is don't do it if it's not fun. This was an actual campaign rule. So when we first get in there, you get this big, like an HR, you know, you sit down, everyone's very serious, and HR is telling you how to work inside of this big enterprise. And one of the big rules was, you know, don't do it if it's not fun. Like, make sure the reason you're there is fun. And we worked really hard to make it fun. It was really an important time. And without fun, I think we all would have died. But I have one pro tip, though. So this one is this is a photo. I love this photo because there's a dude wearing a horse mask, which I don't know why. In retrospect, I'm like, who was the horse guy? But here's the pro tip. So if you happen to do something that's very historical, don't flip off the camera in every photo. That's it, guys. Thanks.